Okay, so Jazakum khair, Aban, for putting this together. Um, what we need to do, Aban, is you should need the other way around. So the hadith goes on the top and it branches out from there. So then Nasa'i Muslim will be at the bottom. But that's fine. So, it's all gonna go through Abu Hurairah. Okay, and from Abu Hurairah, we have Abu Salih.
Siri, go to slide 4. That's all of Nasai's chains. That'll be easier. Uh, yeah,
Okay.
this will be.
Okay, use my mouse here. I can't use my mouse. Okay, and let's just read it. Can I? No, I can't use. So we have. Okay, so from Abu Hurairah, there's four different people. Is that right? We have Muhammad ibn Sirin from Abu Hurairah. We have Abu Salama ibn Abdurrahman ibn Auf from Abu Hurairah. We have uh, Thabit, the Mawla of Abdurrahman ibn Zayd. And we have Abu Salih. Oh, Abu Salih, and we have. Okay.
It's Abi Razin and Abu Saleh. So from Amash, it says An Abi Razin wa Abi Saleh and Abi Huraira, the first chain. So that's why I put both of them in one.
Oh, it's Wa. Oh, I see. I see. I didn't see this. So I didn't see the space. Okay, fine. Okay, so but Ibn Jurayj, he notes from two different people? No, he notes from the same person. So Ibn Jurayj, so Nasa'i's other chain. So Nasa'i is showing in this middle one that there's an error. Is that right? So he narrates from Ibrahim ibn Hassan, from Hajjaj, from Ibn Jurayj, from Ziyad ibn Sa'ad. And that's where it splits, right? So basically there's a problem in the middle. Can everybody see that?
Why is this why is this a problem? Can't he just have two narrators or
Problem. Because if you can imagine, I say, where did you get this apple from? So I got it from Tom. Where did Tom get it from? From Charlie. Where did Charlie get it from? Charlie got it from the fridge. Come and ask you tomorrow, and you say, where did you get this? Where did you get this apple from? You say, Tom. Where did Tom get it from? You say, Clive. And then Clive got it. So who got it from the fridge, Clive or John? So there's inconsistency in what you're telling me. So if Nasai has one teacher here, let me just double check this chain, right? If he has the self same teacher telling him that his teacher told him that Ibn Jurayj said, and Ibn Jurayj is apparently narrating two different people at the same time.
can't it be possible we got it from two different people?
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense. Like if you look, it's like it would be. One second, let me just look at the chain here. This is hadith. Uh, so let's look at 65, okay? 65 says أخبرنا علي بن حجر ابن إياس قال أخبرنا علي يعني ابن مسهر عن الأعمش. So the hadith goes through A'mash, and from A'mash it goes through two different people, and then it goes one. That's fine. That means A'mash, he said, I heard it from Abu Zareen and I heard it from Abu Salih. Both of them saying from Abu Hurairah, not a problem. As opposed to as opposed to it says Ibrahim ibn Hassan. So 66 and 67. Ibrahim ibn Hassan, ibn Hassan. Hajjaj, Hajjaj. Ibn Jurayj, Ibn Jurayj. Ziyad ibn Sa'ad, Ziyad ibn Sa'ad. أن ثابتا أنه سمع أبا سلمة. So suddenly it's so one time he's narrating from so Ziyad ibn Sa'ad is one time narrating the hadith from one person and another time narrating from another person. And it's not that it's exactly the same chain. So that sounds really, really odd. So it's either that they genuinely narrated from both of these people or it's an actual mistake. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I say, hey, where did you get this uh uh where do you buy this thing from? Oh, I got it from Safeway. I should now say, where did you buy this thing from? I got it from Tesco. Yeah. Well, which shop did you get it from? Oh, I got it from both. I don't believe you. I think you actually made a mistake. You don't know who you got it from. That's more likely to me. As opposed to, well, when you went shopping yesterday, where'd you go? Well, I actually went to two places. I've got this and this. So now you told me to begin with that these things are from two places. Right? So there's a difference between A'mash saying, it's from so and so and so, as opposed to this thing. So here we're going to have to check. Sometimes it is like that, right? Daraqutni in his Ilal will frequently tell us, yeah, that's true. This person does actually narrate from these two people, and that's fine. He does narrate hadiths from that Sahabi, from these two people. So sometimes he mentions both, sometimes he mentions one, sometimes he mentions the other. That's fine. But if that's not the case, right, then it's a problem, right? It's an actual inconsistency and tells us there's a problem. So I think we should look at. So here the madar of the hadith. So far though, where's the madar of the hadith?
It seems to be, in this case, it seems to be Ziyad bin Sa'ad, right?
Of the whole hadith,
Or the whole hadith is probably Abu Hurairah. Or
Abu Huraira. So you come along and say this hadith is da'if, you have a problem, right? So because we have what, four separate people, is that right?
yeah,
Four separate people all made that same mistake. Here's the problem though. Here's the problem. So the hadith is sahih, and this is a very important thing to understand. But which version of the hadith is sahih? Right? So this is the problem we have. Someone comes along to the hadith is sahih. Yeah, the hadith is sahih. But which version? Because this is a fiqh repercussions here. Look, when the dog laps from a bowl, wash it 7 times. The first with earth. Wash it 7 times. Wash it 7 times. Wash it, pour it out. Wash it 7 times. So, where's the other one?
I go to 5, Sidi. Those are the remaining two. Slide number 5.
Slide number 5. Here, right? So then one of them is إحداهن بالتراب, right? And then عفروا الثانية بالتراب. So is it 8 times? So that's another hadith, right? From Abdullah ibn Ghaffar, that's another hadith. Okay, so we're not gonna for a faqih, he has a problem here. There's a conflict. For muhaddith, there's no problem. Muhaddith is saying, did Abdullah ibn Mughaffal hear the Prophet say these words? Yes, most likely, if the hadith is sahih. Right? Khalas, not a problem. For the faqih, though, and for the muhaddith, those previous narrations from Abu Huraira, what did Abu Huraira actually say? Right? What did he actually say? So did he say 1 time or did he say 8 times? Did he say one of those 7 or did he say the first of the 7 or did he just say 7? Right? So clearly here we have a fiqh problem. So the hadith is sahih, but which version of the hadith is sahih? Right? That's very important. Sheikh Muhammad Awam hammers this point in what's it called, in his Athar al-Hadith al-Sharif. Very important. So yeah, the hadith is sahih, but which version? So So here, Imam Nasa'i is not working as a faqih and trying to say how do you put these two hadiths together. He's just talking about as a historian, what were the words that were said, right? Now, obviously, looking at the fiqh and looking at other narrations is going to help him, but there's clearly a conflict here. This is not just all hunky dory; it's all sahih, right? Um, and then similarly, this thing here, this is problematic as well. So we should look at basically. Um, so where is the Khalafahu Hisham?
It's the next one, the first one on the next page. So it'll be the exact chain as that, but then
So it says
أخبرنا
Ihdahunna, and then everyone says Ihdahunna, right? So this chain here is from Abu Hurairah from to Ibn Sirin. This is So I was looking, I was like, I don't understand. Oh, so he's saying here from Qatada. Oh, I see. So the Sa'id ibn Abi Aruba وخالفه هشام. Here, I حدثني أبي. When he says حدثني أبي, that's where it's different. So these two are exactly the same. All right, okay, get to the end of the page. So I can. Right, these two are the same up until Qatada. So who's Qatada narrating from? Is Qatada narrating from Khilas or is Qatada narrating from Ibn Sirin? So Ishaq ibn Ibrahim, Ishaq ibn Rahawayh, is narrating from Abda, who's narrating from Sa'id ibn Abi Aruba, who is amazing, and a key student of Qatada. Okay, so we need to look all of these things up. And he's narrating for Ibn Sirin. And here he's saying, Khalifa Hisham, i.e. Hisham, Jazahullahu khairan, made a mistake here because you're not a key student. Uh, Hisham is not a key student of Qatada. Okay, so let's look at if everybody divides it up, who do we have here? So let's look at what's going on here with Qatada, right? So this is, remember this thing from Sheikh, my teacher Sheikh Ahmed Noble, he said each hadith is its own world, each narrator is their own world. So no such thing as generic thiqah, that doesn't mean anything, right? Nor is such thing as generic sahih hadith, that doesn't mean anything. Right? That's like saying I am male, Aban is male, we are the same. So yeah, I mean from one point of view, that's about it. But that's a gross inaccuracy saying we're the same person or we're the same in all ways or the same in every single significance of our life. It's not like that. So anyway, let's go into the world of Qatada and let's read about Qatada. Okay, let's read about Khilas as well. Oh, sorry, in Hisham. This Hisham, is it possible Hisham Dastuwai? No, I don't think it's. It could be Hisham Dastuwai, who is a Basran, right? But anyway, let's look at Hisham. Let's try and find. Let's try and go to Qatada first. Find out which Hisham narrates from him, and also we need to go to Sa'id ibn Abi Aruba, right? Sa'id ibn Abi Aruba. Yeah. So this is Sa'id ibn Abi Aruba. Again, you wouldn't know that because you haven't played with hadith. I know Sa'id ibn Aruba, and I know he's a key student of Qatada, and I know he has a book on hadith, on Hajj. Sorry, he wrote a book on Hajj based on the fatwa of hadith, etc. of Qatada. Right. So anyway, let's divide up. So Aban, if you can look up Qatada himself. Say if you can look up Sa'id ibn Abi Aruba and Zafar, if you can look up in Qatada, which Hisham is this? Is that okay?
Yes, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
and see the slide 3 is all of Muslims chains.
okay.
Yeah. And first was the first in the Bab, so I just mentioned that. That's
There's a hint here. Who is it? I gave Zafar, right? Zafar, I think I gave you the Hisham. This is a hint that this might be the Hisham we're talking about. But that would make things problematic. So, Aban, these two are the same, aren't they? These two are the same hadith.
yeah, I think I
Yeah.
copied twice by mistake.
Okay, no worries. I notice, so in Nasa'i and Muslim, they're having the same teacher there. Ali ibn Hajar. I believe also Ibn Jarud has the same teacher though. A lot of his hadith from Ali ibn Hajar. Right. So here we have the chain goes like this. Sa'id ibn Abi Aruba, who is a king when he's narrating from Qatada, right? You had that quote. Who was it? The quote here says, قال أبو زرعة ثقة مأمون قال ابن أبي خيثمة أثبت الناس في قتادة سعيد ابن أبي عروبة and هشام الدستوائي. Okay, so the problem is here then is Sa'id is narrating from Qatada, from Ibn Sirin, from Abu Hurairah. That's how the hadith is. Here, somebody who else is also the strongest people. So he says Mu'adh ibn Hisham ad-Distawai from Hisham ad-Distawai. Okay, so we also have another king narrating from Qatada. We have a problem. Okay, so it's important to understand then that that again Nasa'i in a Bukhari the Sunan Nasa'i is not a book for the average Joe, because his point is trying to show where the illah is, and this isn't very this is a he's trying to say there's a key conflict here. Okay, ulahunna or ihdahunna, there is a mistake here, and what is the chain? Is the chain from Qatada, from Ibn Sirin, from Abu Huraira, right? And or is the chain from Qatada, from Khilas, from Abi Rafi', from Abu Huraira, right? Here's the problem. So there's a difference in wording and different in the chain. And one of the two has made a mistake, either Sa'id ibn Abi Aruba or Hisham al-Dastawai. Okay?
In this case, if he's saying Hisham disagrees, Khalaf for Hisham, then that means that there is conflict, right? It doesn't mean that there could
Khalafu
be
here.
two.
There's a conflict here. So again, you come along and say it's sahih. Which version of the hadith is sahih, right? So somebody talking about like doing ijtihad and saying it's this and it's that. It's like, do you know what Nasa'i does, right? And so I don't like the idea that you sit there for 2 years and do this kutub al-sitta. I prefer you do this and not even finish the kutub al-sitta. Why? Because at least I know what Nasa'i is doing. Like this is his gharad. This is what he's trying to do. And we just saw it. Like this is a problem. We now know what it's like, right? Because there's a problem. So now we're gonna have to do then is we're gonna have to find mutaba'at. So let's look at Sahih Muslim. In Sahih Muslim, do we have any of those chains? So is this Hisham ibn Hassan? Is he also that's also this Dawai? That's the same person? Let's have a look. What's his name? Who's Hisham ibn Hassan? I can't see a Hisham ibn Hassan. One second. Totally different person. Hisham ibn Hassan al-Azdi. روى عن. So this Hisham ibn Hassan is also a thiqa, and he's also narrating the hadith from Muhammad ibn Sirin. So he is confirming what Qatada narrated. Okay? So if we look him up here, Hisham ibn Hassan, here, this supports, where is it? Supports Sa'id ibn Abi Aruba. So Sa'id ibn Abi Aruba is narrating from Qatada from Ibn Sirin. Okay? Hisham Dastawai is narrating from Qatada from Khilas or somebody else. And what is this version? But yeah, where is the hadith? Can I skip the hadith? Ulahunna, right? So this is from Muhammad ibn Sirin from Abu Huraira, and that is that self same hadith, right? Ulahunna. Notice that. So what is most likely then is the following. Abu Huraira said Ulahunna. His student Ibn Sirin said Ulahunna. Thereafter, Qatada said Ulahunna. Sa'id ibn Abu Huraira said, Qatada said that, Ibn Sirin said that, Abu Huraira said Ulahunna. Okay? And this is the mahfuz. This is what is right. As opposed to this, where it says Ihdahunna. Okay?
Once
How did
again,
I know that? How did I know that? From the short research where I looked in Sahih Muslim and I found somebody doing mutaba'a of Qatada. Or at least mutaba'a, he's confirming a narration from Qatada. So it sounds much more likely. And this person is not just anybody. This person is very good. Right? So Imam Muslim's narrating from, so here's Hisham ibn Hassan, who is very good. And he is confirming this version. Okay? Now, Imam Nasa'i doesn't show us that. It'd be nice if he did, right? Because otherwise, without Sahih Muslim, I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't have known that. But this is what we do, right? Look at all the different chains, and you see what is most likely. So it is most likely A, that this is wrong, and B, so this is a mistake, and B, that this wording is not correct. Okay, go ahead, Saif.
in this case, is it possible that the chain from Hisham and Dastawai from Qatada, in this case, his teacher Qatada just narrated it from a different person, which had a different narration?
It is
which
in
would-
principle possible. It is in principle possible,
Okay.
right? However, what is most likely is that it's a mistake,
Okay.
right? So does Qatada
That's
narrate
why
from
he
Qiyas,
khalafahu.
right?
So that's when Nasai is trying to tell us that by saying khalafahu.
خالفه وهذا من أخطاء هشام الدستوائي. So is Hisham al-Dastawai still amazing? Yes, he's amazing. Did he make a mistake? Yes. So again, this is why is it so important? I keep saying this again and again. You're not interested in hadith. Okay, even if you're not interested in hadith, you have to understand what a sahih hadith is. You have to you have to understand what it is. You can only know what it is by playing with it like this and be like, this is Sahih Hadith. This hadith narrated by Dastawai. He is a thiqah. Yeah, but remember when he made a mistake? Say, oh yeah, it's true. Yeah, good point. So now you can start to become a Sherlock Holmes as opposed to a Dr. Watson, because you now know that what you're looking at is strong evidence, but it has weaknesses. And so when you come along and see a mujtahid going against a Sahih Hadith, you're like, so yeah, but there's a reason. I know what a Sahih Hadith is. As opposed to the Prophet ﷺ said it and you're wrong. The Prophet ﷺ didn't say it. It is narrated that he said it. There's a big difference. Right? There's a big difference. Right? So we could look more and try and find, okay, maybe Qatada did narrate this hadith. Maybe you can find it, but you get a general picture of what is happening here, right? We just want to know what is Nasa'i doing. Right? This is a key thing for me. Again, I'm talking about going back to 6 books. Like, oh, I study the 6 books. What is like for me? There is no point in you studying Bukhari specifically. That book is way too hard. Right? So I'm going to go to madrasa. I want to study Tirmidhi, Abu Dawood, and Mukhtasar of Bukhari. No problem, because the Mukhtasar of Bukhari is not what Imam Bukhari is doing. I mean, it still is kind of right. But Nasa'i, what is Nasa'i doing? What is like Abu Dawood is more like a fiqh book than it is a hadith book. It has hadith stuff in it, of course, but this is Nasa'i is like, and we see Nasa'i all the time, right? His criticism, like Abu Dawud, we don't see that much, right? But Nasa'i, he's one of these key critics, and he's showing us ilal all the time. That's what he's doing. This is the hadith. This is what we do in hadith, right? This is what we do in hadith. The tabweeb, the titles, that's what we do in fiqh. How is this hadith to be understood? How do you marry these two hadiths? It's fine. But what we're doing in hadith is you're finding what is reliable and where are the conflicts and how we solve those conflicts. Okay, it makes sense, inshallah?
Yes.
Okay. Jazakum khair, Aban, for putting this thing together. So the next time, how do we do it, Aban? Is yes, this hadith can be at the bottom, but Abu Huraira or whoever's at the top, right? So it should say, it should be the other way around. You can put marfu'an at the top because obviously it's from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but Abu Huraira marfu'an, and then coming down from there, unless we have a problem with the diagram, right? Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it's going to be a bit odd. But you could put at the bottom marfu'an mawqufan is a hadith mawquf is and you can that's the normal way that diagram is done. Wallahu a'lam. Okay, jazakallah khair.
Okay, I'll keep that.
inshallah. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم سبحان الله وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك